Hi guys, here I have a GoPro Battery BacPac which we'll be taking a look at in this video. This is supposed to extend the battery life on your GoPro by 2 because obviously it's adding the additional battery to the rear of the GoPro. So let's take a look at this. We'll cover the actual unboxing of this, see what's inside the box, we'll fit it onto the GoPro, and then we'll have a look at some tips and tricks of actually using this, how to use it, and best practices. So let's get stuck in. Okay, so if we start by opening the box, I tend to always open the box from the bottom. That way I don't have to remove any of this sticky stuff, and you can get into it from the bottom quite easily also. So if I open this, okay, so there's the backpack, and here's the battery, and also you've got the box at the bottom which has your waterproof door, skeleton door, USB cable, and a user manual. So you've got your normal user manual which no one ever bothers reading. You have an additional mount, and it says on there that the extension arm allows your backpack and HD Hero housing to maintain full range of pivot when it's all attached. So just a small little mount there. You have your USB cable. It's the same USB cable you actually get with the actual GoPro camera. And you've got your skeleton door and your standard door. So if I put that to one side, the battery itself is exactly the same as your standard GoPro battery. Let me take this out of here. And here's the actual backpack. So here we have the actual backpack itself. It's very light, obviously with no battery in. Whether it's actually worth all of the money, it's up to you. It's whether you really have a use for it. But let's open this up. So it feels very light, very plasticky, nothing special. And the battery sits inside like so. So it sits in there. There we go. And the case simply clips back onto the back. And there we go, that's all there is to it. So it's going to add a slight bit of weight to your GoPro. The actual case doesn't weigh very much, it's mainly the weight of the battery. You have your USB charging port here, and a small button here which shows you the battery status. So it's 100%, 66% is 2 lights, 1 light is 33% life remaining, and obviously 0 lights means the battery is dead. Now bear in mind the GoPro will use this battery before the actual built-in battery, so when it's attached to the back it uses this battery first before it switches over automatically without having any cutting in your photo or video recording, switches over to the battery within the actual GoPro. So while it's switched over to the battery in the GoPro, you can open this and replace the battery if you wish. So let's stick this onto the back of the GoPro and take a look at how it fits. Okay, so if I remove my GoPro from the stand here, got there in the end. Okay, so I've got the LCD BacPac connected at the moment. We've already talked about the LCD BacPac in another one of my videos, so you feel free to check that out. If we open this, so obviously your other backpacks straight off from the side and then removed from here, so that's the LCD, and the battery backpack goes on exactly the same. There we go, attached. So there's really not much more to it. Add some thickness, as you can see, to the camera. It does obviously increase the weight of the camera, but you probably already know that if you're adding a second battery, it is going to increase the weight. It does increase it a fair bit, so that is slightly weighty now. If I put that into the case, the width of, if I just show you the width of the LCD BacPac and the width of the battery BacPac do differ. So the battery BacPac is very slightly thicker than the LCD. So if I put this onto the back of my GoPro, like so, put this into the case, you can't actually use the LCD case. It won't really go any further than that. So you do need to use the additional case. So if I unclick that, we'll take the plastic off of this and click this onto the back. There we go. Then we should be able to get a nice tight fit. Quick tip, make sure you don't put any pressure on the actual lens, but it's always a good idea to press that as hard as you can when actually closing. And what I'll stick a finger underneath the latch here, make sure it's all pushed in from there, and then slowly close it down. There we go. And it closes nicely that way. There's no clicking or anything. So there's the GoPro in the actual case. Now, when you're charging the actual unit, I have read reports online. There's two ways of charging the unit. You can either charge the internal battery, obviously, with the USB port that's on the camera, the backpack with the USB that's just here. Now, you can charge this while it's attached to the camera. However, I have heard or read stories that by charging this when it's attached to the camera can develop errors. How it does that, I don't know. So it's probably safer to remove this when charging, and you can use this as an external battery charger to charge any other batteries as well. So I'll probably be removing this to just charge that and then charge the actual camera separately. And that's really all there is to it. So there's not really much more to say about that. What I'll do is I'll go away, keep an eye on my videos, comment, subscribe and so on. If you keep an eye on my videos, I will come back with a test on the battery BacPac. So I'm planning to do a test of the actual GoPro alone with nothing attached, just to see how long the battery lasts, the single battery. Then I will attach the LCD BacPac and we'll see how long that lasts with the LCD switched on, and then we'll attach the battery BacPac and see how long that lasts, just so you can get an idea of how long each accessory will last with the camera and how long the actual camera lasts on its own. So subscribe to my channel, keep an eye out for that video, and I'll try and get that up ASAP. But for now, there we go. That was a quick overview of the GoPro Battery BacPac, and we'll see how it pans out in a future video.